And let's take a look at the temperatures with the rain that's now moving on through. We're down to 63 here in the city, but it's much warmer in Shelbyville, where the temperature's at 72 ahead of that cold front with the showers and storms that are moving on through. So let's turn this off here. We'll turn the warning layer off. And now we'll turn it back on and take a look at the counties under the warnings across central Indiana. We still have a couple of tornado warnings in effect across Ohio, but we're primarily concerned with what's going on in our state right now. Now we have a new tornado warning. I'm just seeing it now. That's what I was trying to find. It's down to our south, so we're going to zoom in here in the area around Spencer right now. Down in Owen County, we have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect until 9:45, but a tornado warning in effect around Gosport and the Owen-Putnam State Forest for a storm that's now popped up just down there, showing some signs of rotation. And that's been the course of the last couple of hours, so let's get some information on this one for you. Tornado warning in effect for northwestern Monroe County and northeastern Owen County until 9:30. A severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Spencer, about 21 miles northwest of Bloomington, moving to the east at 45 miles per hour. Main hazards are a tornado and quarter-sized hail. Radar is indicating some rotation. This storm is going to be around Gosport in about 5 minutes at 9:05. So this has been a very active weather situation for us. Now we have a new tornado warning in effect for Owen County and for Monroe County until 9:30, and that is also joined by the one that's in effect until 9:30. That one goes over into Wayne County, over in east central Indiana. So I'll turn off the warning layer here, and we'll go back out to the home view and take a look at the line of showers and storms that's rumbling across central Indiana right now associated with a cold front. We've been watching this line make its way farther south and now dropping farther, moving farther east and dropping farther south now. And this one is for Doppler radar indications of rotation down in Monroe County and also down in Owen County. Same thing going on over in east central Indiana. That one going over in the Wayne County area. So I'll zoom into Wayne County and show you that one particular thunderstorm cell in Wayne County right now. We did have a report of some damage over in Winchester and Randolph County earlier. That storm actually did touch down, but this one is just for Doppler radar indications. A heavy rainfall between Hagerstown and New Garden, lighter rainfall around Richmond, heavy rainfall back towards Summit Lake Reservoir. The radar is indicating rotation with these storms, so let's take a look at here. Take this off here, and we'll take our look at our radar here with our we'll go out to a wider view and we'll take a look at our velocity and give you a closer look. Now we'll come in a little bit and show you what's going on over in Wayne County. Some weak rotation with this storm, not as strong as it was when it formed earlier today. So Doppler radar is still indicating that it's still a very powerful storm, and that is why the warning does continue until 9:30 for Wayne County, Owen County, and also for that one we just showed you down around the Spencer area. So we'll take our take this off here and go back out to the wider view. And give you a look at the area where the cold front is making its way across central Indiana, showing you the showers and storms are now primarily across Illinois. They are not nearly as strong as they were earlier, so that's good news as well. More rainfall is going to make its way in along and south of Interstate 70. The storms are not getting much stronger. They are maintaining their strength, but they're not getting stronger like they were earlier today. We still have our tornado watch. It goes until midnight tonight for most of for all of central Indiana. So this is a very active weather situation for us with this line that's moving on through. Been tracking these over the last couple of hours across the area. Let's go back over to Max 4. And we have the tornado watch that's in effect over central Indiana for tonight. Hey, see if you can get my screen out there to work on the pod. I'm not able to control that one out there.
No.
Tyler just popped on to give us a hand here with the showers and storms that are moving on through. Been tracking them over the last couple of hours, and it appears that Max 4 is now frozen. So we'll go back to Max 5 and talk about a showers and storm threat that's making its way across central Indiana right now. We have some information from the folks over in Winchester. The Walmart has some damage, but they say it's too dark to determine the extent. The Taco Bell to the north of Walmart has been flattened. The Goodwill in Winchester has some severe damage, but is still standing. So that was a powerful storm. We talked about that one moving through downtown Winchester when it moved on through. The rotation is not as overly strong there north of Spencer, but does look like it could produce a tornado if it remains in a favorable environment. So that is why that tornado warning was issued for the Spencer area, that one down in Owen and Monroe counties. I did a restart on it, but I was not able to get control of the screen.
I still can't, no. I want to do a restart on it again.
So we still have the tornado warning in effect for Owen County and for a small portion of Monroe County. That goes until 9:30, and we still have that tornado warning in effect for a small portion of Wayne County that goes until 9:30. So a couple of counties under tornado warnings. So let's see if I can find some new information for you. It looks like there's been some extensive damage over in Winchester, and that tornado warning for Wayne County now expires at 9:15. Northeastern Wayne County. The storm is now moving, capable of producing a tornado located near Fountain City, moving east at 35 miles per hour. Main hazards include tornado and golf ball-sized hail. So we've been tracking that cell that's moved on through. We don't have nearly as many counties under severe thunderstorm warnings as we had earlier. We have one severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Wayne County, one down to the south. So let's take a look at that one south of Interstate 70. And that one is for Monroe and Owen counties, tornado warning there until 9:30, but we also had a severe thunderstorm warning in effect there for Monroe, Western Morgan, Owen, and South Putnam counties, and that severe thunderstorm warning goes until 9:45. When we have another severe thunderstorm warning. That one is for southeastern Marion and northern Johnson counties, and that one goes until 9:15. So still a very active weather situation going on between now and 9:45 here in central Indiana. We have severe thunderstorm and tornado warnings that are now in effect across the area, and we still had some damage over in Winchester. So we've had two tornadoes touch down today, one in Winchester causing quite a bit of damage in downtown Winchester, and another one that touched down earlier today. That was down in Madison County. We had some damage down there where the storms had moved on through. We've been on the air for you, keeping you up to date with what's going on with the showers and storms, with the rain that's moving on through associated with a cold front. And it's been a very active weather situation for us all across central Indiana for today, with that rainfall threat being going from a rainfall threat to hail, to gusty winds, and to a lot of damage reports all across central Indiana today from the line of showers and storms that's moved on through. And we still have our tornado warning, or tornado watch, that's in effect until midnight tonight across the area for the shower and storm threat that's going on across central Indiana. It's been a very active weather situation, and that's going to continue to be the case for the next couple of hours across the area with the showers and storms that are going on through right now. I've been watching this carefully throughout the day. We talked about it last night, how we're expecting the threat for severe storms to make their way across central Indiana for today, and that certainly has been the case across the area. Been watching these over the last couple of hours. Hey, go to Max 6 for me. I'm going to make a change back here and do something a little bit different. And you're watching that loop of storms that's making its way across central Indiana right now. And we're watching the powerful storms dumping heavy rainfall. So I'll turn the lightning off on here for you so you can see the line that's making its way across the state right now. What I'm doing is I'm waiting for one computer to start up so I can give you some more information on the other computer once it gets going. But this has been a very active weather situation for us across central Indiana with the showers and storms that have been moving on through, giving us the severe weather that we've been dealing with throughout the day here across the area. And now we're watching out for the possibility of all this rainfall that's coming on through, giving us some flooding across central Indiana. So a number of challenges have been going on for us throughout the day here across the area with the storm threat that's been very active for us across the region, with the showers and storms that have been happening for us across the area. I tell you what, we'll just stay with Max 6 for right now with that loop that's going on. So here's a line that's moving on through right now. A number of counties under severe thunderstorm and tornado warnings here across central Indiana. With the line that's moving on through, we have Wayne County under severe, make that a tornado warning. I think that one goes until 9:15, but we also have a tornado warning in effect down around Spencer for Monroe and Owen counties, and that one goes until 9:30 for Doppler radar indications of rotation with the storms that are now moving on through. Been watching this line carefully over the past couple of hours as it has made its way across central Indiana, and that's been a very active weather situation for us over the last several hours with the storms that have been moving on through. Okay, now go back over to Max 4 for me, and we'll take a look at what's going on there with the storms that have been making their way across central Indiana, because it's been a very active weather day of weather for us with the line that's moving on through the area, giving us these showers and storms in waves across central Indiana, and it's been a very volatile situation out there with all the rainfall that's moving on through. Tyler Ryan is coming in now to give us a hand with the showers and storms. As we've been tracking the rainfall has been making its way across the state. It's been a very active day of weather for us here in central Indiana, and now we're going to see back behind that cold front, the weather is eventually going to improve across central Indiana. We'll start to see things starting to really change across the area in terms of temperatures out there. We have that tornado watch that's now in effect, and that goes until midnight across central Indiana. A number of counties have been dropped from the tornado watch area north of Interstate 70. We talked about how the storms have moved on to our south, been watching that line make its way southward, and now we see the line where some of the counties have been dropped from the watch area north of Interstate 70, but we still have the watch in effect, and it does go until midnight along and south of Interstate 70. When you start seeing counties dropped out of the watch area, that tells you that the worst of the storms have moved on through those parts of the state, but we're not done with severe weather, not by a long shot here in central India. In fact, we're going to see the possibility of more rain coming up over the next couple of hours with the storms that are now moving on through. We had most of the activity going on to our north, but that is now going to change across central Indiana, because now we're starting to see everything shifting farther to our south. We still have that tornado warning in effect now for Owen and Spencer, down around Spencer for Owen and for Monroe counties, and this is the one over in the Richmond Centerville area, northeastern Wayne County under that tornado warning. That one goes until 9:15. And still a few severe thunderstorm warnings, but not nearly as active as it was earlier today when we had the line of showers and storms make its way on through here in central Indiana, giving us a very active weather that we've had across the day, across the state throughout the afternoon. It's been a very interesting day of weather. If you're a weather person, it's been a scary day for weather. If you've been home and watching those storms move on through your neighborhood, I would say the weather is always not that big a deal unless it's happening at your house, and that certainly has been the case over the past couple of hours here in central Indiana with the line that has now moved on through and giving us the strong storms. Going to see if I can find some new information for you on what's happening with the storms that are scheduled to expire at 9:15, because we got one warning that's supposed to expire at 9:15, but I want to make sure that it's not going to be extended, make sure they haven't found any new information and that it's not getting stronger. I am starting to get a report that someone may have been hurt over in Winchester per this Indiana State Police, and that's something we'll have to work hard to confirm to see if that is the case with the line that's moving on through. Been tracking these over the last couple of hours, and we still have some rotation on Live Guardian radar right now, still have some strong storms that are now moving on through here in central Indiana. So I'm going to take my computer here and take a look at this line.
Hey, and Chris, too. I also finally got a mic on, so if you ever want to take a breather, I'm more than happy to help you out here tonight.
Okay, you take Max 6. I'm going to work on something on Max 4.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's go ahead and throw it over. I believe this is what we have up is on Max 6. Yeah, so pretty active evening, everybody. It has been a lot of lightning, some large hail across multiple counties here. So it looks like we still got multiple warnings here. If we can throw it up here on the wall and kind of give you guys an idea of what we're seeing. So we have, of course, multiple warnings in effect right now, and we'll get that throw it up here in a second. So we have the one tornado warning down to the south over in Owen County, and then we still have the one just north of Richmond. We'll get that thrown up here to kind of give you guys an idea of where the warnings are at exactly. But this is something we have been tracking all afternoon and evening long. We've been mentioning it earlier, even yesterday. Hey, we have this potential for severe weather. So we're gonna go ahead and take kind of a little reset here and just get like a little bit of a big picture, see how things are unfolding here right now. So, of course, this long line of showers and thunderstorms has been producing a lot of lightning and pretty large hail across basically the entire central states here of Indiana. And to take a closer look here, we'll throw up the warnings here, just give you an idea where things are at here. We'll go ahead and throw that warning. We'll turn off the lightning for you. And here's exactly what we are tracking. So, of course, we have the two tornado warnings. That one is in effect until 9:15. This is just north of Richmond. And then you have the one over in Martinsville, also in that severe thunderstorm warning. This is until 9:30. So we'll go ahead and take a peek here at this tornado warning. We'll go ahead and throw you the rotation tracks here, just kind of give you an idea of what was transpired, what actually caused this cell to go tornado warning. So we'll throw up this shear track here in just a second, and just kind of give you an idea of the rotation that is popping up here on this cell here. So if you look here, here's the sweeping radar. You can kind of see where that rotation is. We'll get that thrown up here as well. But yeah, these cells are producing a lot of hail. And of course, the rotation is fairly strong. Now, I was reading the NWS chat here over Justin Spencer, and they said the rotation's still decently there, but it has not necessarily strengthened over the last couple of scans. That is fantastic news. So far this evening is that the rotation has not strengthened. And that is kind of a big key here when it comes to severe weather, is when we're tracking this. So let's go ahead over to the other warning. It looks like that has now expired. This is just north of Richmond, New Garden, Hagerstown, and of course just to the east of Dalton. That cell looks like it has expired, which is also fantastic news, Chris, that some of these warnings that we've been tracking, the tornado warning to the north of Indianapolis has now expired. But the one tornado warning we have just north of Spencer, and let's go ahead and see if we can get thrown up the hail here. We'll go ahead and turn off some of these things, just kind of show you the hail core when it does pop up. That's to let it load here in a second. But the hail cores on these cells are very, very impressive. And here's kind of the tracks. I mean, look up at Newcastle. Some of these cells have produced large amount of hail, tennis balls hail. I've seen pictures and videos of people reporting in of tennis ball size hail. That will do significant damage to outdoor vehicles, houses, buildings, windows, and this is basically what some of these cells have produced over the last hour and a half. So you can see down here in Greencastle near Putnamville, Pleasant Gardens, looks like it's going to cross 243. This is a now track here. See if we can get a quarry on that to kind of get the size of the hail size. You can see just under an inch. So a pretty good size hail core just south of Putnamville. I'm gonna go ahead and get a track here for you. That way you guys can have an idea of the timing of this and how fast and how long these some of these cells are gonna be going. So we'll go ahead and throw up this radar once again. And then we're going to go ahead and throw up the warnings as well on top of that. And then we're going to go ahead and get a kind of peek of how fast these storms are moving, so we can time this out for you. So these some of these cells are producing 60-mile wind gusts. Hail size, I just showed you about an inch size hail. And these are tracking at 45 miles per hour. So the cell that is producing that severe thunderstorm warning down near Martinsville, I'm going to go ahead and take this off for you. And we're going to track this out to give you an idea of the timing and what where these cells are going to be tracking. So we're going to go and kind of put it on loop. So notice how it's kind of tracking mostly to the east, but it's also slightly to the north. So we're going to go ahead and track this out to about this way. Let's move at 45 miles per hour. So Morgantown, 921. Greenwood, 938. Edinburgh at 944. Shelbyville at 957. So you guys, you might have some time here, but really you don't. These cells are moving at a good speed, and we're seeing a lot of lightning, heavy downpours, and of course, a large hail associated with some of these thunderstorms. So what I'm going to do next is we're going to throw up the warnings, kind of get a little reset here. The good news is it looks like there are no active tornado warnings at this time across the state. That is probably some of the best news we've had all night. But as you can see here, some of these storms are still producing large hail across central Indiana. And of course, we have multiple severe thunderstorm warnings. And we're still under that tornado watch until 12 a.m. This morning, or tomorrow morning, I should say. So these cells can absolutely produce a tornado at any point. So this is something we're going to continue to track throughout the evening. Still got multiple severe thunderstorm warnings. If you look down here to the south, if you get down toward Sullivan, Bloomfield, getting into Spencer and Clay City, you got another cell. Looks like a warning just popped up just a second ago. This warning is going to go into effect till 10:15. So they're extending these warnings out for a whole hour because the environment is primed for these storms. So we're going to track this out for you as well. This is the leading edge of a cell that's producing a good size hail core too. So Linton, 928. Bloomfield, 9:45, Furnace at 9:46, Bloomington here at 10:10 p.m., Unionville at 10:17. So these cells that are pushing on through this evening, moving at 45 to 40 miles per hour, producing large hail. But as of right now, Chris, the good news is we don't have any active tornado warnings across central Indiana. That's one of the best news we've probably had all night, to be honest with you. So that's great news that some of these cells are starting to not necessarily weaken, but they're not strengthening in the rotation tracks that we have been seeing the last hour to 2 hours.
Any tornado warnings in effect at this time. We're going to let you get back to your regular program. Again, I apologize to you for coming on to take your programming away. I know you were watching to see us talk about storms, but we had tornado warnings in effect across central Indiana. And if there are no tornado warnings in effect at this time, we'll let you get back to your regular program. If we have any further tornado warnings, we'll get right back on there and let you know what's going on. But for now, we're returning you to your program, and we'll see you on CBS 4 News at 11.